There
Hello.
he is. Can you hear me, Lewis?
Yes, I can, Adam Bomb. I love you. First of all, love your name. Second of all, love the background. It's exceptional.
Hey, I wanted to let you know that I'm calling you from space. So you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's good, and it's very nice to speak to someone who is. You probably wouldn't have been affected by it, but you're not affected by the quarantine. Then, if you're in space, you're doing quite well.
Listen, Lewis, you're going to find out stuff about me that you never thought was possible, right? So Lewis Capaldi joining me on the Adam Bomb Show. How's normal days for you? What do you exactly do? I know we're in a weird time between pandemic and a lot of things going on in the world.
I wake up, Adam Bomb. I wake up at maybe like 9:30 because I feel like if I get up any later than that, I feel like a horrible person. I feel like I've done wrong and I've brought shame on my family and my mother. So I get up at 9:30. Then what I do is I recently bought one of those Peloton bikes. You know the bikes,
Yeah.
the instruments of torture that you buy yourself to make yourself slimmer. I bought one of those things. And what I do is I spend usually about 4 hours, so from 9 until 1:30, trying to convince myself to go on it because you know what I mean, like willing myself to go onto the Peloton, trying to work up the courage to go and cycle for 30 minutes, which
Yeah.
I do. And it's the worst 30 minutes of my day, Adam, I have to be honest with you. But also the most eventful because after that, I'm straight in, have a shower, nothing else for the rest of my day. That's it. That's
Listen,
literally
I can
that's
do the nothing else.
well, that's the thing. That's how I psych myself up. I say, come on, Lewis, you do 30 to 45 minutes on this bike, and then there's nothing else for the rest of the day. But those 30 minutes, 45 minutes feels like a lot, like so much longer than the rest of the day. It's pretty astounding. I have to be honest with you.
Listen, so if you needed a workout tip from Lewis, you got one right here on the Adam Bomb Show. Hey, man, let me just backtrack real quick. Tell me the feeling of when you and Niall weren't able to tour, because I know how important it was to you guys for really showing off what you've put your work in. Tell everybody the feeling, because I want people to understand your passion for what you do.
It was like being kicked in the stomach by a donkey, which is painful. I mean, I haven't ever had it done; I'd be dead. But I hear it's pretty painful. Yeah, no, it was awful. It was. Do you know what it is? It's like obviously I think, and the thing about Niall and the crew and the agents and all that stuff on that tour, they really were like holding out just to be like well let's see, like do you know what I mean? It was not a decision that came lightly because obviously it went to them, but I know it wasn't a decision that was made lightly because it was like we're trying to explore avenues of how it could be done, if it could be done at all, and obviously in the end it had to be rescheduled or whatever. But yeah, no, it's a horrible feeling. Like it's like, see, when you cancel one show or two shows because you've lost your voice, that already feels like the most devastating thing in the world. So see when you like have to cancel a full tour
Yeah.
and then all your summer festivals and stuff. Yeah, it's horrible, especially because I've done like kind of tours of America and like little sporadic kind of things,
Mhm.
but I've never really done a lot of those places that we were doing the tour now. So yeah, it's a shame to miss out on it.
Okay, so let's pep you up because that was a rough patch here with Lewis Capaldi.
I've got real there.
How many times a day or a week do you go maybe where you're at right now and just jam, just grab the guitar or sit down in front of the piano and just play and maybe create?
Oh, I try and do it every day, but this week has been. But that's the thing. One week you can do it, and you're like, everything you're doing is brilliant, and you're like, I feel like the Beatles. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, this is amazing. I'm doing this, and everything I touch turns to gold. Do you know what I mean? That's sort of the thing. And you lure yourself into a false sense of security with that. And in the following week, you'll sit down at the piano and you'll pick up the guitar and you go, here we go again, another hit. And you play the first chord and you think, oh my God, I am the worst at this. Do you know what I mean? I am shockingly bad. So it's like it's an emotional roller coaster, Adam. It really is. But yeah, I try and do it every single day, just because I feel like, once this is over, I'm going to need some money, and that's how I make money writing songs. I make money from writing songs. But yeah, so I guess I'm very lucky to do that. But like to be able to pick up this every day. But yeah, it is difficult for sure.
All right, so Lewis Capaldi on the Adam Bomb Show. Let's talk about one thing you've learned since the start of the pandemic till now when we're kind of coming out of it. It's kind of like we don't know. What's one thing you've learned about yourself? Do you really like a certain food? Do you really hate doing something? What is it?
I sweat quite a lot in bed. That's what I've realised, and it has a smell. When it has a smell, Adam, it's quite pungent. When I wake up in the morning, my bed at the minute, because it's a warmer climate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even in Scotland, where it's usually dreary, the sweat that comes off particularly my back, it's plentiful, and it is pungent for sure. So yeah, probably that. I'm going to have to change my bed sheets today,
Well,
because it stinks.
See, the Peloton has something to do with that, though. Just remember that.
Yeah, exactly. It's all my new fitness kit that I'm on that's making it happen. You're correct in that one.
Hey, listen. Okay, so I got to mention this, and I just want you to tell everybody how important it is for your voice to be heard with all the protests going on. You've really taken a stand, and I really love that about you because you're a passion in everything you do. How important is it for you to have a voice and to lend your voice to everybody?
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily important for my voice to be heard, but I think it's important for me to use the platform that I have to amplify, Black people's voices, that black and stuff like that. I feel like that's why since the whole the George Floyd thing and when he was murdered by those police officers, I think I really, the first few days I was kind of like in this kind of weird bit of it, because it's what was really shocking about this one is kind of how, for me anyway, was how like desensitized I was to seeing a video like that. Because I was like, I've seen this video or videos like this so many times. So yeah, you had to really be like, hold on a minute here, I need to go off, educate myself, watch documentaries, listen to podcasts, and just kind of get a better understanding of it, because it's gone on for far too long. And I think so. Yeah, for me, it's not about, and that's why I've kind of steered clear of me actually doing any tweets from myself or anything, because I feel like it's not. No one wants to hear what a celebrity has to say about it. What you should be doing, I think, as a celebrity is retweeting people, and again, as I say, trying to amplify, voices of Black people who have been oppressed for so long. And I think that's one of the. I think it was Janelle Monáe who tweeted that she's not going to claim to be an activist and stuff like that, because it's like I'm paraphrasing here, but she said that it was like she didn't want to do a disservice to people who live that every single day and are activists and stuff. So she got a thread of like people who you could think of. So yeah, I think the most important thing that I can do right now is just try and use the platform to spread awareness of it, post links where people can donate and stuff like that, and try and just as I say, just amplify the voices of people who know what they're talking about, for one, and are educated in it, and live it, and who have been about it since before all this latest kind of outrage with it all. So I think that's the best thing I can do. I shouldn't really be saying anything other than this is not okay and being anti-racist about it, but I should be raising other people's voices up, I think, is the most important thing.
I love the approach you're taking on that. And I love the approach you take on everything. The passion Lewis Capaldi has in his music and the passion in your talents. Is there a talent we don't know about Lewis Capaldi that you haven't shared with the world, or the average person be like, wait, I didn't know he could do that?
I can do this thing with my left cheek that I don't know anyone else who can do it. I've never met anybody, but it's pretty impressive. And it goes like this. It goes. See that?
Cheek?
One cheek. I can't do it with the right one. I cannot do it with the right one.
I can't do that. Now you got me trying to do that.
It's and you know what? It feels satisfying. It's feeling your cheeks slap off your teeth and making that little kind of speedboat noise is lovely. So yeah, I've never seen anyone do that. That's my only other talent.
Can I suggest, Lewis, maybe in one of your songs you use that as a sound effect in one of your songs, and they'll know it's the left cheek.
You know, in the background, that yeah, absolutely. And you've given me the idea. You get some royalties now for it. So there you go. Both of us are laughing to the bank.
That's great, man. I appreciate the time, man. Do you have an idea of the next single, or are you just gonna kind of focus on some stuff?
I think Before You Go might be the last single from this album,
Okay.
and then on to, because I want to get started on the new one and just kind of crack on and do that. So yeah, I have started on it. So yeah, hopefully Before You Go, we'll see what happens with it for the rest of the year, and then yeah, some new music hopefully early next year.
That's awesome, dude. Thanks for taking the time and give us a little bit of your world, man, for on the Adam Bomb Show. I appreciate you, Lewis.
Thank you very much, Adam. It's been very nice to talk to you. Thank you for taking the time.
Hey, we'll see you soon. Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. Take it easy.
Bye.